Hello, hello! Now it's time to check the demo of Shutter Heaven. This is an deck building RPG strategy roguelite game. Yeah, it combines elements from very many different genres, and it looks to be really well made from the first screenshots and trailers I saw. Now, let's see if it's actually good. First, let's start with the settings here. Let's see resolution, texture quality ultra. Okay. Oh, there is an FPS limit. Okay. Text size, audio. Let's see. Mm, I think we're gonna raise the voices. Music. Now let's go like this. Battle attack animation fast, slow. Let's go with fast. Skip voice lines. No. And here we can change the languages. Okay, we only have two options at the moment. And here are all the key bindings. And you can play with the controller too. Okay. Now let's dive in and let's see if this is any good. Do you want to play the tutorial? Recommended for those who are playing for the first time. Yep. And by the grace of his mercy, he saw fit to return and to oversee our atonement. May he ever forgive us. Not ever. Let's see. There are a lot of cool deck building games coming out the last few years. Here we have one more.
Our god is no more. And we, the lowly mortals, are the ones who killed him. Now, the cursed remnants of humanity exist under the perpetual reign of his mournful ashes, condemned to a never-ending circle of hate and resentment. As punishment for our ancestral sin, our breaths are cut short as soon as we hit 40 of age. We are barren shells, unable to sleep, the desire to bring forth new life. Our last hope for a better tomorrow lies in a divine forgiveness that only bloodshed can grant us. 4 Vestals shall hail from the 4 lands. Sentia, where memories of old still sing. Delhem, ever untamed and never bound. Flamen, hearth of steel and spires. And our home, born from thunder and storms, Ashram. In the end, only one pair of soiled hands will hold the salvation we desperately seek. Once every 10 years, our somber march to the Equinox Cathedral ushers war in. Kneeling in front of the flame of Vesta, we swear to repent. O ancient sin, stain us in red, so that we may never forget the firmament's grief. O ancient sin,
we start strong.
Grant us this holy pardon, so that we may one day mend our shattered heaven.
Okay, pretty atmospheric start there. Start really strong in this universe.
Salvation by my hand!
Okay, well, first of all, the art design looks really good on this one. And I really like the main voice actors here. Now let's see, the battle has begun. To beat your enemies, you must use cards. Each of them is a specific action Andorra can take. At the beginning of each turn, your character will draw 5 cards, up to a maximum of 8. Okay. In order to play cards, you need AP. The cost is shown by the number on the top left corner of the card. Your character starts their turn with 2 AP and can have a maximum of 4. You can see how many AP are available in the bottom left corner. Okay. Most cards have special effects known as keywords. You can check a brief description of each card by hovering the cursor over it. You can also see a complete one by pressing the More Info button. Oh, here is the turn, I guess, yeah. Each character takes their action on their turn. The turns of your character and enemies are instead grouped in rounds. You can see the order of turns of the card and the next round in the top right corner. I guess there are mechanics that change the order. When it comes to inflicting damage, short cards are your best choice. You can see the icon on each card beneath its AP cost and gem color. Now use Vorpal Strike to attack the enemy. Okay, nice. Look at that. Pretty nice design on this one. By the way, give me a second. Let me change something on the audio. Okay, let's see. The ever-chosen Swift 1 kill. Riposte. Counter-attack the next single target attack received. Hero Sapphire rare. Oh, so there is a rarity on the card too. Okay. The music is still really... Yeah, let's go like this. Stand your ground, gain 3 armor, heal 2. I guess the armor is gives me damage reduction. And I like how there is actually some lore on each card. The peoples have been maddened by our curse. We start divided, isolated, harboring only suspicion and hate. Our choice is simple: follow our fate, seemingly marching to oblivion, or rage against the doom and stand for us all. Lightning strikes, 7 damage. If you played another non-ruby card this turn, add 3 extra damage. And Swift, discard card and draw 1 card. Oh. Purple, this is ruby. Born from deal 8 damage. Overwhelm, deal 2 extra damage for each card and a skill with Swift play this turn. Oh. Okay. I think I already have a combo here. HP, armor, deity. Oh, what the hell is deity? And here is our enemy. Our 2 AP. Now, if I don't spend them, do I get more AP on the next turn? I guess we're gonna find out. Let's see. If you played another non-ruby card this turn, add 3. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this. Oh, I cannot play it? What's the cost? Yeah, this is 0. Why I cannot play this thing? Oh, I guess because it's the the tutorial. I wanted to play that, this one, and this one, and do a combo. Okay, I guess we can only play this. Oh, nice animation. Penny VDBG. You can see the intentions of the enemies on their next turn. A sword icon means they will attack the character, whereas arrows indicate they will grant themselves buffs. Okay, use the information to your advantage. Looks like the enemy is going to retaliate. Use a shield card to soften the blow. They are the best tool when it comes to armor and defensive effects. Use stand your ground to gain armor. Okay. The animations remind me of Darkest Dungeon. Your AP counter is reached 0, which means that's all you can do for this turn. You can pass any moment, click any turn. Okay. Oh, there was a slight delay on the
Thunderborns.
sound effect there. Anyway, enemies can inflict debuffs to characters, adding negative effects during the battle. Each debuff has a counter that decreases by 1 at the end of the turn or when specific actions are performed. Once the counter reaches 0, the debuff disappears. You can see more information by hovering the cursor over the icon. One way to counter the debuff is gaining buffs of your own. All the characters can equip skills that can grant boons and aid you in battle. Try using Adora's Champion of the party skill. Give Blessing 2 and Armor 2 to all allies. Some keywords allow you to play new efficient strategies to win the battle as fast as possible. Usually you can find them in support cards. The Ever-Chosen has the Swift keyword. It allows you to discard a card you might not want and draw a new one instead. Andora's special mechanic is called Deity. Whenever she uses a card for each gem, she will fill a slot. Once all 3 slots are filled, she will gain a deity point to a maximum of 3. Reaching 3 deity points will power up Andora's next turn, granting her 4 AP and increased critical hit chance. After this special turn ends, deity points go back to 0. Oh, so this is what deity means. Let's wrap this up. Use any card to deal the final blow and win the battle. Nice. You can move around the dungeon using mouse or directional keys. Oh, so this is the roguelite part of the game, I guess. There is these dungeons we can move. Okay. I cannot see any of the other menu. Okay, let's go. Eventful journeys. Sometimes during exploration you will come across special events and will have to decide which path to take. The outcome are never fully certain, but you can use the descriptions to choose the more profitable option. Lone is the lady of the tree. Just listen to your song. Oh dear freedom, how I ache for you. Lone is the prisoner of the oak. Just hearken unto her pleas. Oh dear absolution, how I yearn for you. These roots are her poison shackles, and her heart is long covered in thorns. Oh dear savior, how I dream of you. Clap for her, gain loot. Ignore her, gain loot, and I think I'm gonna clap for her. Let's not ignore this lady. The maiden stops her lonely verses. In her face, a most outraged grimace meets your quiet adulation. As her form retreats into the trunk, disappearing from your view, vicious branches lash out in retaliation. Oh, I should have ignored her, I guess. You gain some loot. Grab disarming kit. Echoes of the child. Use it to reveal the corner of the next 2 rooms. Okay. While exploring, you might want to know what lies ahead. Instead of finding out the hard way, the Echo of the Child is a tool meant to specifically for this. Try using it by clicking on the icon at the bottom. You can find many different tools, each with its particular action. Some can be used at any moment during exploration, others when particular situations occur. Okay, here are my tools. Okay, so there is a fight here. Nothing over there. Oh, now we have a character with us. Harness your raids. Magni is another member of your party. His special mechanic is called raids. He gains 1 range point by playing ruby cards and 2 points when he is hit by an attack. Magni's skills do not rely on cooldowns, but instead require a certain number of range points to be used. Spend your pent up rage to use the Hollow Bastion skill. Okay. Give 3 armor to all allies. Oh. Heal your injuries. Each character has a healing potion that only can be used to restore a portion of their health. Try using Magnus one. Oh, I see. Each deck contains at least 1 legendary card. These are the most powerful cards available and usually have a diamond crystal. Try using the Oathbound Goliath card, then finish the battle. What is this? Phalanx 2, Tenacity 2, gain 4 armor. And damage taken is reduced by 20. On next turn, draw 1 extra card for each attack received. Okay. I really like the art style of this game. Now, Rubik common, 2 damage. Oh, why you have a negative debuff? Oh, cares. Damage dealt that is used by 20. Draw 1 extra card for each attack received. Okay. Now let's see. Diamond legendary. Deal 10. What does this do? 2 extra damage for each card and or skill with swift play this turn. Okay. Reduce the cost of this card by 1 each card and skill with swift play this turn. Oh. Okay. This gets an extra for non-rupee cards. Overwhelm. This gets an extra from swift cards played. This gets reduced and damaged by swift. So, we have 2. I think if I play this one, I don't think I'll have extra. Anyway, let's give it a try. Okay. Okay, nice. So now, instead of this one that's not swift, I'm gonna play this and then this will go 0. Oh. And that was too easy. I didn't manage to actually check this out. Draft your way to victory. After each battle, you will be offered a selection of neutral cards to add to your character's decks. You can select in which deck you want a specific card to go by clicking on the character's portrait's beneath it. When you're satisfied with your choice, select Done. Ruby common, Sapphire common, gain 2 armor, tenacity 1. This card will banish itself for the rest of the battle once played. Unique, okay. On next turn, draw 1 extra card for each attack received. Well, this makes sense to go for this guy. Emerald. Damage dealt is reduced by 20. Hmm. Okay. Let's see. So I'm gonna get this one for here. Oh, I can only grab one. Hmm. Common. Common. Echo. The effect of the card will appear at the start of the next turn. Oh. So this is free damage for the next turn. Okay. Sorry. I'm gonna go for this one then. Oh, I can get only one for each character. Yeah, the only thing I don't like here is that this is a Ruby card, and this lady has some cards that require you to play something different. Let's go like this. Now, can I check my whole deck here? Guess not. I have to say though, the design of this game is really good.
Them, and we will.
Oh, we have a new character. Hunger and Thirst. Isana is the last member of your party. Her special mechanic is called Thirst. Whenever she kills an enemy or plays specific cards, she will gain Thirst points, summoning the beast Limodes. Limodes. Okay, these points will be spent to power up her cards. Try and play the cards The Beast Within. It has the Gouge keyword that allows you to limit cards you don't want in your deck for the whole battle. Also, you can remove the cards you don't want, so it's easier to draw the ones that you want. Like her style. Yeah, I like how each character in our group has way different play style. Armor. Yeah, I wish I can actually... Oh, let's see. Status, trinkets, passives. I wish I can actually check the whole deck of my character. Heal, armor. Now that you have a Limodes at your side, you can use the alternate effect of your cards by spending a thirst point. When the counter reaches 0, Limodes will disappear. Try and unleash Merciless Whip on your enemies and finish the battle. All enemies, 5 damage, Curse 2, Bleeding 2. Okay, let's go.
Is this the best you can do?
Let's see what we have here. Swift Blessing, Swift, non-Ruby card, 0 heal, Sapphire, Emerald. Let's see, I'm gonna throw this one. Nice. I'm gonna go for this big boy. I'm gonna go for another shift one. Okay.
For the Vestal, for Ashram.
Let's see, what can we do here? Phalanx. Single enemy 6. Gain 5 repose protector phalanx. Oh, protect an ally for the next single target. Damage taken from this is reduced by 50. Well, we can actually kill this guy. Bye bye. Okay, only this guy left.
This smells so sweet.
Oh, I really like this lady. Gain 2 armor, lethality 2. Critical chance is increased by 10. Damage is increased by 20. What the hell? Deal 18 damage if you heavily mod this up. So he has a really interesting playstyle. Okay. It is known that many have heard the call of Naraka. Some sages in Sindamania have claimed the voice was whispering in their ears. Chapter 1. A fate worse than death. So we're in a cursed land, I guess, and we try to reach the gods and get salvation.
Journey's end, at last.
You wish. This is only the beginning.
So that's the Equinox Cathedral? It's so shiny.
This is the most sacred place on Earth, and the only thing you can say is, it's so shiny.
Well, it is
Good
shiny.
to see you two in such good spirits. We still have a way to go after all.
Ugh.
Step by step, the tower drew closer. Immaculately white against the barren plain, its masonry formed a tight reticle that enveloped the sacred building.
I like how there is voice acting.
The grand portal opened, flanked by its 2 armored guardians. A stern-looking old man stepped forward.
Oh, Charon? Okay, welcome children of Ashram. The Equinox Cathedral. I'm Charon, Herald of the Divine Child. Well, okay. Thank you for receiving us, most revered. Oh, such a wrinkly old face. By the way, is she blind or she's always having her eyes closed? Is being the herald really something that special, sir?
Damn you!
Hey! Do you have any idea how disrespectful you're being? That's alright, curiosity is indeed a rare virtue these days. But yours, young lady, is a question that will find its answer another time. Over there you'll find your chambers, as well as the merchants sent here to provide for your needs. So is this based on Greek mythology with Charon and such? Anyway, we'll see. We'll meet again later in the presence of the Divine Child. Through your sacrifice, may your people atone. Through our fratricide, may life be reborn. Okay. Let's see. Welcome to the Equinox Cathedral, home of the faithful and the main hub of the game. Something is waiting for you in the quarters. Go check it out. Okay, so here is our dungeon selection, apothecary, merchant stall, quarters, great altar, missions, dark courts. Nice. Oh, this guy is looking at us. Hello. I really like this hub. Let's go in the quarters. By the way, what's here? Oh, here is my inventory. Strength Orb, Dark Bones. Okay, we use this on the Dark Chords, Bones, used as the main currency in the world, can be exchanged for trinkets and other goods. Dexterity Orb. Okay, all those things are for the Dark Chords, I guess. Okay. Here is the codex. I guess here is all the lore and information we unlock about the world, tutorials, keywords. Okay. Orders, let's see. Ah, a sitting sack. What a treat.
Whatever.
It's just a pillow. It's so soft. Oh, something is spilling out. You're covering the whole room in ashes. Seriously, what's up with you? Have you been living under a rock this whole time? It was a sack near the mountain. So in a certain way, it was under a rock, I think. Sacks or pillows, enjoy them while you can. We won't have much rest once the war begins. The small talk was cut short by the sound of the gate portal opening once again.
Out of that gate came a young woman, black hair that gracefully danced in the air with every step of hers, and a sharp, bewitching gaze. Following close behind, two severe-looking warriors strode forward with pride. The Vestal of Sentia and her guardians had arrived.
Is this my welcoming party? Honestly, I couldn't have asked for a better one. I'm glad to see you here in one piece, Enra.
It's been a while, Lyra.
Such a cold reception. You're breaking my heart, darling. After all these years, I expected you to be a tad happier to see me.
What do you want me to do? Should I, jump into your arms? Screaming, "Greetings, O great Vestal of Sentia"?
Oh, I would be delighted.
Okay. I guess my character is really tough. Doesn't like you're still keeping my old sass around your arm.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, there was something between them. I'm flattered. I beg your pardon, my liege. We need to make haste to our quarters before the ceremony begins. So, are 4 groups gonna come from the 4 lands, and then we're gonna race towards the end of the dungeon, I guess? I will see. We don't have time to lose here.
Oh, really?
Time spent with old friends is never a waste of time, Lonan. But I suppose you're right. See you later, random. Okay, Sex and Lyra, see you later. Friends? The Sentients have been our allies for a very long time. This is the last chance of salvation for them, as it is for us.
I see.
Oh. Yeah, something's wrong with your eyes. Anyway, who is Anra? Eh? It's just a childhood nickname. We trained together for a while in the name of our tribe's alliance. So, are you two really good friends? I think that this will be a really great moment to shut up.
Right.
This must be the call of the Divine Child. It will be better to reach the hall as soon as possible. Good, let's go. Did I say something weird? Okay, I guess we go up there. Oh. Now what's my mission?
Remarkable.
Behold the Lord Heliad, as he sits upon his divine throne. Now heed his words as he makes his will known. Heliad, Shut up, old man, they are here to hear me talk. And now, yes, you shall hear my words. Centuries ago, a Vistal for Sendia defiled my divine will. She corrupted the 8 guardians, made them kill their own wards, and then took over the pit of Naraka. What was once a hallowed place of rest for the dead is now a kingdom of treachery. Death in Naraka is better than life here on this earth. the most absurd slander. We have proclaimed countless holy marches onto their wretched dominion, executing her minions one by one. And now it's time for her to face my final judgment. This shall be your first duty in this new war of ascension. You want to save your miserable people from their impending extinction, right? Go deep into Naraka, slay the betrayer, and erase this ugly stain from our history once and for all. Okay, so this is our main mission, I guess. According to tradition, 4 will depart and only 3 will return. May it be in battle or in a sacred duel, one of you will die. Okay, do not disappoint me. This is your god's will. You don't look like a god, but we'll see. Through your sacrifice, may your people atone. Through our fratricide, may life be reborn. I suspect that not all 4 Vestals will attend yet, but out of all of them, how fortuitous for her to be here already.
What?
Is that a problem? We just have to trust that the Ever-Chosen won't lose sight of our goal even if...
What?
What are you two whispering behind my back? Let's move on. We have a war to wage. Yeah, well, this game is all doom and gloom. Now let's see. Main quest. First, reconnaissance. Ares the Val Betrayer has challenged our most enlightened long enough. Surrounded by her cowardly puppets, she lies in wait. A mendacious queen among deceived souls. March on, keepers of the fire. Fight the traitor so that just punishment can be delivered. Floor 1, find all the keys and reach the exit. And we get some trinkets, okay. And we don't have any side quest for now. Time you were on your way to Naraka. Or Naraka. To leave the hub, click on the dungeon selection icon. Yeah. We cannot interact with any other thing here. So yeah, let's go. Say skin. Oh, okay, so there are skins to unlock for our characters. Okay, let's make a save. Nice music here on the hub. Cathedral. Oh, there are more dungeons to unlock later on. Departure. Each dungeon has 4 different depths. Each needs to be completed in order to proceed to the next. Select Ender Dungeon to start your adventure. Okay, free supplies, trap disarming key, table of protection. It can be used as protection against blasphemy. And scapegoat, used to remove 1 debuff from the party. Okay. And we have plenty of lore. Okay. You can pause and read this if you want. Let's go. Let's start. The standard difficulty and the intended way to approach the game. The stealth. For players that prefer story. For players looking for real challenge. Enemies hit harder, apply more debuffs, and are tougher. Finishing all the main depths of a dungeon in Never-Chosen mode will unlock special trinkets. Okay, fuck it. Let's go, Ever-Chosen. I only sought to make this world beautiful, to make it yours. Okay. Can we play with the other groups, or this is the only character we can use, the only group? The group of Andorra? I guess we're gonna find out eventually.
The landscape passing beneath them was alight with small refractions, each a gem embedded in stone. This was Sintamania, home of the pious tribe of Sentia, and a jewel at the gates of hell.
Look at all these sparkling stones. Oh, I would love to live here.
It's indeed a pleasure for the eyes.
Are you all right?
Keep quiet. We're entering the pit.
Every child knew that the hallowed chasm was to be revered as much as it was to be feared. A cursed place where dead souls gather. A grim sepulchre full of malicious energy. The reign of the treacherous queen. As they delved into darkness, their hearts tightened uneasily. But then there was a light and a gentle breeze. Under the descending pulley, a splendid plateau extended as far as their gaze could reach.
What's this colorful rain? It's not ashes.
Yeah, this looks beautiful.
Flower petals. They are pretty, but completely useless.
Come on,
Can I
Adora,
eat them?
chill.
No! We're in hostile territory. Everything you see here can hide a trap.
Indeed. As peaceful as this place might look, I feel like we are being watched.
Okay, I'm gonna fight undead enemies here. I do not understand. The hell said this was a place of death and anger. Oh, I can see some skulls there. Yeah, this doesn't feel like hell at all. To me, this looks like paradise. I refuse to call this place paradise. It's a sin born out of horrible treachery, and we're here to put an end to it. Oh yeah, I guess this game is a really heavy, story heavy. And the narrator and all reminds me a bit of Darkness Dungeon. Each dungeon is composed of different floors, each with its own special conditions. You will have to adapt your strategy if you want to survive. Let's see, change the fate. Chance and fate are always intertwined, yet never truly meet. Which one will guide your path? The first trap, each party member draws an extra card at the start of the turn. Oh, okay, that's good. So we start with the buff. Okay, let's check. Oh, I like this art on the background. Can we explore everything? So if I turn here, can I go back and go all the way over there? Now what is this one? Can we rest? Huh. The first fight! Okay.
Forward!
Card and rewards. During each battle you will have the option to complete a bonus mission. Each mission you complete will help you gather better rewards at the end of the dungeon. Defeat Glamoris first. Okay. This is Glamoris, I guess. Okay, so she will attack all three of us. And this prepares an attack for the first two. 48 points of damage. Blessing damage dealt is increased by 20. It's emerald and it's swift. Two extra for each card and a skill with swiftly this turn. Another non-ruby card, 3. Okay. Okay, next.
Don't hold back, Shauna.
Lose 2 armor, abandon a random hex card in the deck. 9 damage, gain 1 thirst. 2 armor, 2 thirst. We don't have armor. Can we actually use this thing? $14 points of damage. Well, we have this guy next. Now if we go with this... fuck it. What is that? Lose 2 armor, gain 1 thirst. Okay, we can get... we can have 5 thirst in total. Anti-random hex card. Okay, let's see what this thing is. Oh, here we can see my deck. Lose 3. All enemies will gain 3 armor at the end of the turn if this card is in the hand. Oh, okay.
Try to leave a dent.
All allies phalanx. Smash. Deal extra damage if the target has armor. Well, doesn't have armor. Oh, fuck. We can only do 7. Decrease the cost of the card by 1 if Magni has 7 or more range. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go here. Bye bye. And we'll complete the extra challenge.
Salvation by my hand!
Okay, let's see. Okay, everyone will play before this thing, so I guess we can kill it. Overwhelm, Swift. Oh, this thing has armor. Oh yeah, here it is. I did notice it, sorry.
We have to save them. And we will.
Pity 2. What is pity? The damage taken is increased by 20. Bleeding. Okay, okay. These cards are really good on here.
Get
Next.
behind me.
Now this guy goes for a big attack. Single life phalanx. It's foreign protector. Nice. We block all the damage.
Thunderborns.
Blessing 3 armor. 8 damage and riposte. I think we can kill him this time. Yep. Bye bye. Achievements 1 of 4. Okay. And we got some bones and a skirt. Cards you draft during exploration of the dungeon are classified as neutral or sometimes rare or powerful variants called adaptive cards. These are temporary cards that can be added to anyone's deck and will be removed once you return to Equinox. Oh, so these cards only stay for one run. Common, Diamond. Let's see, deal 8 damage, deal 2 extra damage for each neutral card you play this turn. And if you have this, we can reroll them. Rare. Oh, what is this thing? Andorra Goat. Act first the next turn. Magni gain 2 Crusade. Basic neutral cards deal 2 more damage. They give 2 more armor. And if you give here to Isana, remove 1 card for the rest of the battle. For a minimum of 10 cards left in the deck. Okay, so if we give this to Isana, she can remove 1 of the hexes. Act first in the next round. Anyway, we're gonna see what's up with that. 7 damage, add 1 extra damage for each neutral card in your hand. Yeah, I wish we can actually... What is this thing? Oh yeah. Nice, I want to check the deck now that we decide. Skills, potion, trinkets. Gain 1 thirst, gouge 1 card. Here, incarnate. What about this guy? Oh yeah, 3 armor to our allies. Now, let's check the deck. We don't have any neutral cards. Hmm. Deal 9 damage, 1 thirst, 40 damage. This is the legendary armor. 81. Gain 1 thirst, lose 2 armor, add a random hex. I don't really like this one. Thirst, bleeding, armor and heal, deal damage. Okay, I think I'm gonna give this one to this boy. 7 damage and deal 1 extra damage for each neutral card in your hand. Yeah, let's go like this. I hear it calling my name. My name. Let's start again. Broken porcelain. I hear it calling a name. My name. Appeal to you, hazy candor of a fable. Do not lead me astray. Lose an axiom of ruin. Do not tempt me further. For I know that both grace and doom coexist in you. Yet I can't help but wonder, if I were to embrace you, which one will you bestow upon me? Okay. Take it. Add cards to your deck. Ah, fuck it. Let's go. You touch it, hypnotized by the sweet lulling of the divine. For a brief moment, until visions of the unknown could cloud your view. A benevolent hand has touched upon your fate. You feel like something inside may have been changed. Start the draft. Add 1 card in each deck. Oh, okay. Oh, this is a unique one. Looks pretty cool. What is this? Deal 3 damage, blindness, pity, and curse. This card will banish for the for the rest of the battle. Next attack deal will inflict 50% less damage. Curse and pity. Okay, so this throws a billion debuffs on the enemy. I think I'm gonna give it on her. Gain 2 armor, heal 2. What is this? The next card played will trigger its effect twice. Yeah, this is my main damage dealer, so I think I'm gonna give her, yeah, go like this. The effect of the card will repeat at the start of your next turn. Damn, give armor to this boy. Oh no, a trap. Beware of the treacherous path. Enemies and special events are not the only thing you will have to look out for. Sometimes you might even encounter traps, which can deal great damage and hinder your characters. You'll have to disarm or evade them. You can use the trap disarming kit tool to try and disable the trap, but risk high damage should you fail, or try to rely on your dexterity to try and dodge it, taking less damage if you fail. Select an option and try to avoid the damage. Okay, let's disarm it. Nice. What is here? Treasure chest. Casket of splendid solace in the midst of the peril. Is always a welcome sight for sore eyes and empty pockets. Allah's only holder of the greater blessing may reveal in such divine favor. What the hell? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need 7 keys to open this thing. That's okay. Okay, the key opens the gate at the end of this floor. Yeah, we don't have the key yet. We can zoom out. I'm pretty sure this will be a resting point. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ah, fuck, let's go here. Kairos or Keros. A pantering peddler, apparently. Always shrouded in a questionable aura of secrecy, he appears wherever, and sells whatever. You do not know what is more unsettling about him, his weird fixation over his horrible single lock of hair, the fact that he is always in a hurry as if someone is trying to catch him, or that you still have absolutely no idea about who or what he is. Kill by an echo of the child. Remove a card from a deck. Heal your wounds. Let's buy an echo. Yeah, we can check what's in front of us with the echo. I think I'm gonna use it here so we're gonna see what's there. Oh. They can lock treasures. Mournful maiden. Abandon begets despair. Despair sires bitter tears. A crying maiden sits on the gargantuan roots of a willow tree. Her face is hidden by her slender hands. Forlorn wail grips at their heart, at the heart of those who pass through, stirring the curiosity of the audacious and alarming the distrustful. Let's see. Approach her, might get it buff or suffer damage. Strike her down. Fuck it. Let's approach her. The maiden raises her head. Her watery eyes are looking through you. Alas, you are not able to get any closer. For her mouth suddenly snaps wide and she lets out a blood-curdling scream, piercing your ears before disappearing in the thin air. You bitch. I think I'm gonna use this thing now. Okay, fight, and something here. Let's go. Sign of the betrayer, etched in stone lays the mark. Pay no mind to the rune of the ruthless betrayer, lest she enthralls you in her vicious web of deceit. Bids the living, glory be to the sign of the merciful Savior. May she bless our poor lost souls evermore. Sings the dead. Frozen in abiding simplicity, the answer waits. Get a strong debuff or spawn a reward. Get a strong buff or spawn enemies. Let's touch. A natural cold sips under your fingers and does not feel pleasant. That scornful laughter echoing in your ears right now heralds a future full of sorrow. The next one, battle with bleeding 2. The party starts the next battle with pity 2. Fuck you. Okay, let's go here and then I'm gonna rest probably. Let's get the cursed fight out of the way.
This
Okay, now.
smells so sweet.
Critical chance by 10. Can we check these guys out? No. Now this bastard will target her. Let me see. Let's buff here first. Yeah, gouge this thing out. Okay. Oh. Yeah, this guy will play next. He will buff himself. Okay, let's go.
What? Scared to face an Ashram warrior?
Okay, hit rate. The next card play trigger its effect twice. Okay, it's 50. Oh, everyone is targeting my caster. Fuck you. Blessing 2, armor 3. Let's see. Blessing 2, armor 3. The next card play is trigger its effect twice. Okay, let's keep it going.
My sin is my strength.
Okay, we need some range. Gain 5 armor, post protector phalanx. This guy has armor, so we can do some extra damage on this guy. Okay, nice. Okay, let's go.
Not on my watch.
All allies. Okay, let's go for this. Okay, we have plenty of armor now. Oh, let's see. Haha, fuck you.
I can't. But you want to.
Let's see. Let's. Yeah, oh, we can heal with this one. Oh, nice. Well, we can either use this and do 18 points of damage. But I think I'm gonna go with that. Now, let's see. Yeah, damage taken is increased by 20%, so yeah, let's go for this boy. Why didn't we heal with the second one? Okay, the armor is almost down. Nice. We can play this thing. What was that? Okay, nice. Yeah, let's go. Next turn.
We have to save them. And we will.
Gain 2 armor, lethality and blessing. Let's use this one. I want to see what happens. Okay. Now I think my best attack is. Oh, by the way, we can use. Yeah, we can use cards like this that has a gouge 1, so we can remove this thing. Okay, almost down. Ah, we can use this. Gain 1 thirst, gouge 1. Fuck you. Let's go.
Do I look merciful to you?
Echo. Repeat at the start of the next turn. I think I should just go for damage on this guy. Smash! Bye bye. Oh, I didn't notice what was the secondary achievement there. Oh well. Guardian Blood, used as a component to craft potions if mixed with a region. Okay. The effect of the card will repair the start of the next turn. Andorra. Draw one card with a swift keyword. Gain one range for magnet. Draw one card with a thirst requirement. Create a random neutral card costing 0 at the turn AP during this turn. Let's see. So it's yeah, it's adaptive and it does damage to a single enemy, and then we get this thing. Let me check my deck again. Hmm. Draw one card with a thirst requirement. Okay, let's see. I think I'm gonna grab this one here. Gain one range. Rates. Grab this thing. 0 AP. By the way, I had a neutral card on here. 2 damage for each neutral color played. Okay, let's go like this then. Yeah. Let's see. Light in the dark. You found a pyre, a spark born from the great altar of Vesta. Here you can rest and take a breath, but be careful. The pyre can be used only once. Rest, come back later. Yeah, let's keep going. Another pyre. To gain is to burn is to gain. Mesmerized, the wanderer ramages through his pockets, frantically seeking a worthy offering for the dancing flames. Balance works in mysterious ways to man unbeknownst. Whether or not sacrificing such a trinket will bestow a blessing of wealth or a curse of doom upon this foolish mortal's head, it is up to fate to decide. Smelt a card, walk away. You can remove a card from your deck of your choice. What should we remove of this guy? That's it. Blasphemy event. Sometimes you might encounter events where there seems to be no right choice. If you have it available, you can break a tablet protection and have a chance to avoid the event altogether. Let's see. What should we do here? Catch it, gain loot and a strong debuff. An enemy might attack you if we observe this thing. And a 50% chance to use this thing. Fuck it. Gain loot. Bleeding 3 for the next fight. And what was that? No loot? A trap, evade. Oh, well, look at that. We actually evaded it. By the way, are there random encounters? Use one key. Let's see. We choose one. Prey upon these hands. Or we get everything? What? Oh, where is my inventory? Oh yeah, I think we got everything. Increase your maximum HP by 10. Okay, so we have a trinket now. Here it is. Shall I give her some health? Use this thing, or is it passive for all in the group? Don't think I will heal. I think I'm gonna go for this fight first. How many HP we have? Fuck it, let's go. I think we can do this and then heal.
Rage fuels me.
Well, the bleeding will work good for this guy. Let's see. This guy will target my caster. Those will buff. What the hell are those creepy things? Okay, next. Damn, that was a lot of damage.
Don't hold back, Shauna.
Well, I'm trying, lady. I try. Oh my god, this lady is doomed. This fucker is
this
playing.
the best you can do?
The next card played will trigger its effects twice. What the fuck is this thing?
Strike true, my blades!
Act last to the next round. Oh, I have to kill this fucker first. Oh, what is this? Sick Parvis mana. Machina. Deal 7, add 1 extra damage for each neutral card in your hand. Yeah, let's use this first. Okay, this will target everyone. This will target the caster again. Oh, well, let's heal. Overwhelm. Okay, we have a swift one. Yeah, this is reduced by for each swift lady's turn. Oh, nice. Let's keep going for the combo. Mm. Let's see. I think we can do plenty of damage now. That's 18. Yeah, so I go for the caster or kill this fucker. Damage taken is reduced. Heal 5% at the start of the next turn. I think I'm gonna go for this boy. Two extra damage for each swift blade.
I will not yield!
Nice! We got the critical, thank god.
I can't. But he
Yeah, no worry, you can do this. Get the curse bitches. Reduce the damage. Yeah, we'll have to heal ourselves there. Gain 1 thirst, lose 2 armor. Although we have 15 armor now, my thirst is on 1. Okay. Now we have our creepy creature out. Oh my god, thank god for the armor.
I've had worse.
Okay, now I don't have the smash. Fuck you. Smash will be really helpful for these guys. Anyway, 2 armor and heal this lady. Nice. Oh no! Go bitch! This lady will kill everyone next turn.
You're already dead.
Oh my god, I should have rested. Fuck, I didn't expect this fight to be that tough, but to be honest, this defeat all enemies within 3 rounds. Yeah, fuck this. Can he survive or should I heal him? No, he...
Vestal for Ashram!
Oh, he survived? Gain 1 range, deal damage, gain 5 armor, reports, protector phalanx. Protector 1.
What?
Okay,
Scared to
nice,
face an
nice.
Ashram warrior?
Hmm. Hmm. Oh my god. Now, how can we kill these fuckers? Well, we have the Goddess of Thunder. This will be what will help us here. So let's go for this combo. We need the Thunder Glady. Drop this one. Hmm. Zero. +2 for each Swift. So this will be 16 if we play one more Swift. If I double it with this, that's 32. We need some extra damage to kill this fucker, unless we get a critical. Yeah, unfortunately, I have to play this thing too. Yeah, this guy will target me, so I think we're fine. Okay, go for this thing. Die bits. Okay, now we can go Goddess mode.
Get behind me.
Oh fuck. Well, this guy is targeting my... What the fuck? He only has 1 HP? I just noticed that. Fuck. Basic neutral colors deal 2 more damage and give 2 more armor. Damage taken is reduced by 20 and 4 armor. How much damage this fucker gonna do to me? He's playing next turn. Okay, well, let's pray. Survive, Goddess! You fucking bastard! Yeah, so we'll have went then. Soul of Wind and heal. Fuck. Oh well, my first run would have been a success if I went and healed, but let's see if we can manage to do this. I will be surprised if I can kill this guy.
Do I look merciful
Oh,
to
finally, we don't have the bleed anymore. Dun, 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 dun. Smack him down. Let's go, tank. Tank the damage. Ha! Well, look at that. The dude actually managed to complete the fight. Now let's see. Are the other guys alive now? Create a random neutral that costs 0, 7 damage, bleeding 2. If the target is not afflicted with bleeding, add 2 additional stacks. Draw 2 cards, gain 3 armor. We need some cheap cards with this guy for sure. But 0 cards can make this lady go crazy. Draw 2 cards, gain 3 armor. Okay, I think I'm gonna grab this one with here. Oh, sorry. This here. Yeah, go like that. Oh my god, we actually complete the boss with only that health. Ah. Oh. Rest. Oh my god, I didn't expect to finish that. While resting at the pyre, you can perform your 4 different actions, each costing 1 AP. Replenish a healing powder charged for every party member. Directly heal a single party member. Smelt and remove a card from one deck. Pray to the deity and start a neutral card graph. Repeating the same action will increase its cost. Once you are satisfied, on a route out of points, click on the rest button. Oh, the song that's playing on the background is pretty good. Heal one character by 50. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 AP. Remove a card from the deck or character for the rest of the deck. Okay, let's heal everyone and move. We've barely made a step out of this place already, gives me the creeps. What's up with all these colors? My eyes hurt. Everything here feels eerie. The creatures too are behaving strangely. Almost like soldiers protect their bastion. I wonder why.
Whatever.
Damn me if I have any idea. I just know that I want to end this ugly ordeal as soon as possible. I don't know about you, but now I feel bad. I mean, in this case, aren't we the invaders? I think... Are you working particularly hard to piss me off today? Yes, I mean, no. Okay. What good are you even? Or besides spouting such scarily nonsense? Come on now, we're companions, no need for friendly fire. It's not that I'm scared. Actually, I'm glad to be here with you. You two are strong and so there is no reason to worry. It's just that, well, I'm not really good at, conversation.
Right.
This is the first time you've ever left your village, right? Yeah, back home I didn't really talk to anyone. But now it feels good. I mean, camping next to a warm fire, chatting with friends. Yeah, well, she was a cursed child, I guess. Well, it will be better to practice your conversation skills while we can. After all, when we win, us guardians will have to take the Oath of Silence. You're right, I think. Yeah, it's like we're descending to Abyss here. Like in Maid of the Abyss, that anime. Its level will be stranger than the next one. Than the previous one. I think we did everything. Oh, yeah, oh. The barrier is gone now. You can open the gate. I feel like we've been walking in circles for ages. I need a break. Is it wise to stop in the middle of nowhere? There is no somewhere here. I hear footsteps. Hi already? You used to be much more athletic, Anora. Oh, this sexy lady. What are you doing here? Did you forget that this burden was based on upon both of our clans? We might be allies, but it won't last forever.
That's enough.
Lonan, I suggest you calm your lively spirit right now. Forgive me, my Vestal. Holy Vestal, I'm sorry to apologize for my partner's misconduct. We shall calm our lively spirits right now. Ares is still alive. There is no need to jump at each other's throat. For now. Oh, I guess the final boss is the other group. How do you know Ares is still alive? I can sense her. After all, she was a Vestalt of Sendia like me. Holy Vestal, haven't we wasted enough time loitering here? We need to reach the betrayer as soon as possible, so that we'll finally wash this shameful stain away from Sendia's pride. A moment spent with our allies won't change what our fate has in store for us. Your determination is admirable. However, do not let your righteous bravery become deadly arrogance. We're facing a powerful foe that requires the utmost caution. You right, fellow guardian? Yeah, the two buff guys. Come on, that May, we are absolutely ready to sacrifice our lives for her. We shall protect our most holy Vestal, radiant jewel of Sendia, until the very end. What's up with them? Well, well, quite the guardians, aren't they? Quite the troublesome bands. So, how are you feeling, Andra? As I said, this is pretty story heavy. Face the dilemma. There are times where the choices of an individual can alter the course of history. Think carefully. Each of these choices can have unforeseen repercussions. Okay. Open up to her, keep your distance. I think I'm gonna open up. Fuck it. Even though I'm pretty sure everything that I choose here will go against us. Tired. I didn't expect to feel this fatigue even if they warned me of what happens once you commune with the altar.
That's how it is.
It's quite a vexing experience, yes. I had to stop and take a nap near one of the pyres. Why I'm not surprised. Once a slacker, always a slacker.
Oh,
Oh, that's mean, you know. Sure, you were always the eager one, raring to go. Yet you never once denied me the pleasure of a moment of respite together.
Uh, sure.
When you say it like that, it sounds embarrassing. You're a big girl, you'll get over it. Get the pyre, you do. Anyway, have you seen the other Vestals yet? No, and maybe that's for the better. Definitely. Even if you wanted to kick off the Vestal currents first, you'll have to wait until the task is completed. The secret duel, remember? If you were to ambush another Vestal before that, you'll be able to perform the ascension once the war is done. You wouldn't be able to perform, okay? I know. We won't get anywhere this way. Let's just call it a day and go back to Cathedral. That's it? That was the run? But we don't know where the pulley is. The altar. We are the sworn guardians of the stalls, so we are under the protection. The fire can call us back its own on certain occasions. I can go use them to return to the cathedral whenever we want. Okay, I'm gonna teleport back to the base now. Let's take this chance to rest and report to the Divine Child then. We still have something to do here, but we'll meet again later. Now, hurry. Oh, so did I rest for nothing? Yeah, we didn't complete two of the achievements. Okay, so far this game is pretty well made. Let's see how it continues. Why didn't they came back with us? Welcome back, warriors. Most revered, we located the betrayer's hideout, but we were unable to reach it. No matter how long we walked, we were unable to get any closer. It seems that the betrayer still tightly wields some remnant of power. Is there no way to reach here? There is always a way, child. When the sin was consummated, Ares was not alone. Corrupted the 8 guardians, using their misguided strength as the foundation for her false kingdom. For centuries, we have tried to call these harbingers of hers in order to weaken their grasp over the holy grounds. And now, all of them, only one remains. All of them, sorry, only one. His name is Zygard, once a warden of Flamen and one of the most powerful guardians ever known. His demise may be the last push we need to knock over the castle of lies. My children, now, gather your strength and slay this apostate phantom. Through your sacrifice, may your people atone. Through our fratricide, may life be reborn. Okay. This Zygard, even the herald seems to be respecting his strength.
Right.
Don't worry, as long as my shield still stands, he won't lay a finger on you. Oh. Eustace Vestal and his blind girl, no wonder you're glad to hide behind. Oh, and you guys arrived?
A fierce woman appeared in front of them at the end of the staircase, accompanied by her 2 guardians. Their dark skin was adorned with precious weavings of red ink, and brash grins sat smugly on their lips.
Like the puny cowards you are.
Who the hell are you?
Amara, the only vessel that can hold her own against the Flamen girl. And the one who will put an end to your miserable croaking.
We'll see about that. Oh my god, this is big. You're looking to start the fight while still on sacred grounds? Pathetic. But that's really bad.
So?
Does it bother you that much, little one? You fear you might be too blasphemous for these hallowed halls. Yes, her design reminds me of the barbarian lady from Dragon's Crown. The fine child can't wait to see blood flow, you know. I bet he'd be too disgustingly excited about it there about decorum. But I hand it to you. At least you brought one guardian worthy of his title. A shame it had to be a half-blood. Is that why you keep that bucket on? Oh, is that my berserker? Oh, so she is a berserker, okay.
Damn you!
Are you gonna let her spew crap at you like that? Don't fall for her taunts, ever chosen. Oh, here is one of the guardians. You should take an example from the big guy, you know? It's so easy to rile you up. A weak mind is a sign of an unfit commander. Piss off. Look, we'll make it easy. First we're gonna kill Ares and then we're gonna come for you. But if I slit your throat first? Never chosen. Maybe it's better if we just leave. Don't bother. I'm done talking. Our strength will speak for us next time we meet. Okay, big guys. See ya. Who were those people? Give me a second, please. Okay, now let's continue. The Delman tribe. We're enemies, so such pleasantries are nothing special to us. We'll repay them back soon enough. On the battlefield. For now, there's something else waiting on my mind.
Why?
Why did she decide to stay behind in Naraka? Okay, can we do something on the base now? Cards, earn. Oh, Swift Hinder. What is this? Delay the target's next turn by 1. Nice. So she got a rare one. The next two guys here, one common. Deal 4 damage, gain 2 armor. Gain 2 armor, gain 1 thirst, remove 1 random debuff. Oh, nice. Okay. Oh, we got more cards. Swift. True guards gain 2 crusade. Basic neutral cards deal 2 more damage and give 2 more armor. And it's 0, nice. Oh, what is this? Deal 7 damage, gain 1 thirst. When we are possessed, deal 10 and gain 10 armor. Effect costs 2 thirst points, can be activated only if Isana has 5 thirst. Huh. Deal 1 extra damage for each stack of bleeding on the target. Okay, this looks pretty good. Rally. Lightning 1. Oh, gain 1 extra IP at the start of the next turn. 6 damage, do extra damage if you have at least 1 hex. Draw 1, thirst, armor. Add 2 random hex card in the deck. Everyone has earned 2 points to spend in the talent tree. Optional story scenes are available in the quarters. New hero cards and skill points, okay. After completion of each main depth of the dungeon, you will be rewarded with at least 1 new hero card for each character ready to be added on your decks, as well as a skill point ready to be spent. To see more, open the Great Altar tab. Okay, finally we can check everything now. This is your card collection. Here you can change the decks your characters will use while exploring the dungeon. Each deck must have 20 cards in it. You can also save and load multiple decks for different situations. Okay. Here is my deck. Now let's see here. To equip skills, potions, and trinkets, click on the icon on the left. To unequip them, click on the occupied slots on the right. Okay, I think we have some trinkets. You gain 1 armor every time you use a Sapphire or an Emerald card. Okay. Maximum HP. Ruby. Sapphire. Emerald. Sapphire, diamond. Okay, I think we might be worth from here. Extra health. Well, the blade is pretty squeezy. I'm gonna some extra health on here, but I might. Let's have any extra cards. With this one, cards in crusade. Okay, now I remove the press the attack. I'm gonna give the Another ally. Allied in one. Oh, so we can only have 6 basic cards, 9 common, 4 rare. Oh. Under attack the next target attackers. Those. I like the hinder and the lightning. I like these hero cards. Swift and crazy combos. Eh. We cannot use it on myself. I can only buff my other party members. Okay. Yeah, I hear that we cannot go with how and mix the cards in the way I like. So, for example, I don't like this one. I don't care about this card. Let me get a common one. Oh, we can. Oh, okay. Roll is basic attacks then. On the ground. All the swift ones. Can I get more there? No. Okay, let's go for like this for here now. We need some one attack. This deal for damage. All allies gain 2 armor. To be honest, I can move the other attack. Grab this. Okay. Now, what else can we do here? Deal 6 damage, deal 2 extra damage if you have at least 1 hex in your hand. Draw 2 cards, gain crusade. We need the rare. Berserker is great. Unfortunately, I cannot add more rare cards. I wish I can add something here. Yeah, I like this one because you get everything. You get their post, protector. But yeah, I really like the 0 cost card draw. Yeah, let's go like this. Also, cannot use this thing. Fuckers. Yeah, why should I use these stupid cards? Really? I guess this is their way of balancing this thing. But still, it's bad. Yeah, who cares about this stupid attack? I always drop this thing. It's just fodder for me to do card. Ah, damn it. Mm. Okay, now let's look at this lady. Draw one card, gain thirst, gain 2 armor, add 2 random hits. Gain 4 armor, remove 2 random debuffs. I want this one. Let's see. Come on. Well, this is 0. This is the only good thing. We can gain thirst with 0 cost. Huh. Hmm. Okay, now let's see on the rare one. Blitz. Lethality Blessing. Gain 2 armor, lethality 2, blessing 2. And we get armor and thirst with this one. I'm gonna grab one of these. I'm gonna take it out. Not sure how it works. Okay. Maybe that one. Nice. And talents. Let's see here. Here you can spend your skill points to unlock powerful abilities and improve some of your stats. The more you advance through the story, the more powerful skills you'll be able to unlock. On the right side, you can see all the active passive effects and skills you have currently unlocked. You can reset the expanded skill points as many times as you want. You can also prepare, save, and load specific loadouts. Oh, okay, that's nice. Active skill, draw a card. If it's a basic or neutral card, gouge it and get 3 armor. Steal 8 armor from your allies. Okay. Deal 5 damage and remove a random buff on all enemies. Pretty good. Okay, so we have 2 points. If I get this one, then we can get deal 3 damage and inflict bleeding 2 to all enemies. Draw a non-legendary card with the keyword thirst. Double the amount of thirst gained from the card this turn. Oh. Heal 2 HP for each thirst point you have. Give 3 armor and phalanx 2 to all allies. What about here? Discard your hand and draw that many cards. Draw a non-legendary card with the gouge keyword. I think here. I think don't have the gouge. 3 armor and phalanx 2 to all allies. Or heal 2 HP for each third spawn you have. Uh-huh. I think I'm gonna go for this aggressive one. Go like this. Health and max armor. Okay, what's the... You need to finish the table of code dungeon first. There's a pretty cool abilities here you can unlock. Can we improve our deck and how many rare cards we can have? Anyway, let's go. In here. Remove 2 random debuffs from Magni. Give regeneration 1 to all allies. Oh, rage 8. Gain crusade 2. What about here? Gain protector 1 and give phalanx 2 to all allies. Deal 5 damage and inflict curse 1 to all enemies. Deal 5 damage to a random enemy every time you gain armor during this turn. Lose all of your armor. You can deal damage to all enemies equal to the armor lost. Damn, this is pretty good too. Choose Sapphire card. What's my Sapphire cards with? Sapphire are the... Oh yeah, the cards that give me armor are Sapphire. Huh. Gain 1 AP when you have range 7. Oh, this might be pretty good. Lose all your armor, then deal damage to all enemies equal to your armor cost. Give regeneration 1 to all allies. That looks good too. I think we're gonna go for the suicide mission here. Let's see how this works. Now, oh, this lady. Save the talents of this guy. And here is my lady. Let's see. Gain 4 armor and swift 1 card. Andorra starts its battle with 4 armor. Okay. Deal 8 damage to all enemies and swift 1 card. Andora's dodge chance is increased by 5. Give lethality 2 and blessing to all allies. Throw a card from your deck and reduce its cost by 1 AP. Remove 1 random debuff from all allies. Andorra gains Bullseye each time 2 Sapphire cards are played during her turn. The Bullseye. Yeah, I check this thing. And Sapphire cards are those. Okay, we don't have so many Sapphire cards. Bullseye. Give me a second. Let's see here. Keywords. Bullseye. What is here? Guarantees a critical hit on the next attack. Oh, okay. And then, oh, each time 2 Sapphire cards are played during her turn. How many Sapphire cards we have here? Again. This guy 2. Look at that one. Okay, fuck it. Let's go like this. We'll give it a try. That works. Ah, what else is here? Dungeon Selector, Apothecary.
What?
The liquid inside this flask is so thick. Sana, are you right? Do not touch the vials. So policy number 3. Rowdy customers pay triple the price. I'm sorry. Many story parts are released. I didn't expect so much dialogue and story on this type of game. Let's see. Suppose you are the apothecary sent by our tribe, right? My name's Asclepius. Oh yeah, this is really based on the Greek mythology. Asclepius, really? Well, Google if you want to see who was that. Don't bother with needless presentations. I already know who you are. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance then.
So?
Okay. So, what do you do here? Potions, salves, medicines. I craft them, I sell them, and I make money. You make them like you throw things in a pot and let them boil? Not entirely correct, but not wrong either. As long as you can keep your hands away from my stuff, you can take a closer look. Okay, finally, can we check your gear? Asclepios can help you brew powerful potions from the regions and solvents you bring him. To brew a potion, select one region and one solvent, then click craft. If you are not satisfied with the chosen ingredients, you can reset the process. All the recipes you discover during the game are saved, so you can quickly craft the potion you want easily if you have the required ingredient. Use as a component to craft potions if mixed with solvent. The resulting potion will remove debuffs. Okay. The resulting potion will be able to draw cards. Give armor. Can we place that one? Oh, so we can use only those two. Okay, Siglala, I remove one debuff, draw one card. Okay. Remove one debuff, gain for 5 armor. Oh, Asclepios is missing one of his hands. Okay. So the recipes. Thank you, Merchant Stall, Porters, Missions, Dark Hordes. Let's go with the Merchant Stall first. Of course, there are more stories. Welcome, Holist Warriors, welcome. Please peruse at your heart's content and let me know if I can help you. And who are you supposed to be? Oh my, how rude of me. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Pistis, part-time shopkeeper, full-time your #1 fan. The names. Around the front store, while grumpy old Festos, oh, Hephaestus I guess, complains about his joints in the back. Speaking of which, may I tempt you with this very, very comfy blanket? It has been woven with thoughts and prayers of Arvel style, and shall be your greatest companion in time of need. It's emblazoned with the Divine Child seal of approval too. 35% aesthetic, I assure you.
What?
Huh? As for you, great warrior, magnificent specimen, might I suggest this delicate ointment for your great asset?
What?
I appreciate the offer, but oh, and what about me? Can I have a jewel? I never had a jewel before. Good grief. And I'm afraid it will stay that way. It's shop policy #1, you know. We don't deal with beggars. Isn't this stuff free for us in the first place? Shop policy #2. Everything has a price. And I mean it, everything. I bet you're swimming in sweet precious bones by now. Why do they need the bones? Not really, I'm afraid. For real? 3 penniless mugs? Is that all we got? Ah, well, that's the same. But I'd gladly take care of what little dwells in your pocket. Care to look at my wares? Let's see what's here.
Welcome.
Welcome to Pistis Stall. It will provide you with useful tools, reasons, and trinkets for a modicum of price to be paid in bones. The skilled merchant and may also buy whatever you sell, so that she can make a profit out of it, of course. Let's see. Blessing 2 and Phalanx 2. Lethality 2 and Agile 2. Uh-huh. Seeker of Hope, what is that? 2 colored stones curiously intertwined, used to reveal the position of either a treasure or a key. Tablet of Protection, Disarming. Okay, materials for potions. No trinkets, I guess. We only have 65 bones. Okay, fine, let's get one potion. Now, what about the forts?
Welcome.
Welcome to the Dark Forts. Here, Festus can, of course, you see Festus here on the forts, can do his magic and help you gain powerful boons, provided you supply him with dark bones or orbs. The cost of its subsequent power-up will increase, but more powerful ones can be unlocked the further you progress in the story. The minimum amount of basic cards in each deck is... Oh, okay. So this is how you remove the basic crappy cards. The minimum amount of basic cards in each deck is reduced by 1. Huh. Okay. Increase the maximum amount of HP by 1. Increase the maximum amount of armor. Increase the damage dealt by cards. Nice. Let's see. Let's go. Extra HP, thank you.
See you around.
Okay, so you can constantly improve my characters this way. Oh, not apothecary. Now, since we can remove this bullshit, remove that one. Non-ruby card at 3. Overwhelmed. Okay. Remove this attack. Grab this one. Thank you. Let's see. Let's go like that. Okay, now we improve our decks. Now, before we go for a mission, oh, let me check the missions first. Completed this one. Kill that guy. Defeat all enemies and find the exit. Find a way to reach Ziggurat and kill him. Okay. Now there should be another story part here. Let's go. I'm so tired. Naraka monsters are so strong, and yet something about them feels off. Huh? They were desperate, like they were trying to stall us at all costs. There was a reason behind their actions. Do you think we were trying to protect her? Mindless hordes or clever soldiers, I don't care. I'll cut down every single creature on my path and slay the wretched queen. Speaking of which, first we have to find and kill the last of her guardians.
I see.
Zico, right? Seems like a real tough guy. I don't have you, Magni. I bet you're even stronger than him. We shall see about that. We went down in history as a paragon, he went down in history as a paragon of power after all. I still don't get it. Why did he do that? Ares was a Vestalt of Sandia, remember? She used her power to coax the Guardians into doing her bidding. Oh, I see. It's like a Sandian tradition.
What?
What? I mean, Lyra's Guardians. Not like the creatures of Naraka. There's something wrong with them. Especially the tall one, the dimension, I don't know. It seemed a bit too forced for me.
Right.
You might not be too far off. All legends of Sandia tell of the power held in the voice of the Vestalts after all.
Whatever.
Whatever she does with the Guardians doesn't concern us. Now get up. It's time to go back and put an end to the last Harbinger. Yeah, I'm pretty sure when we reach the end of the game, not now in the demo, but in general, the story won't be as it seems on the first when you first start. I don't think the weird is gonna yeah, the ending will be a bit weird. I think it won't be a clean victory. Anyway, let's see here. Okay, we'll go on the next part. Resupplies, thank you. Ever chosen. Again, max difficulty, let's see. Okay, now let's see here. Welcome back. Looks like nothing has changed while we were gone. I don't know, even though it looks the same, it doesn't feel the same. That is another of Ares' abilities.
So it is.
Without altering his simats, he can change the weave of her creation. So what are we supposed to do? Just give up and hope that this last guardian of yours comes around on his own? No, you buzzkill. He's the last pillar of which this whole mirage leans upon. His barrier is bound to have a few holes we can explore to get to him. I will do better to hurry then. Let's go. We'll take the northern part, you'll follow the other way. You're leaving me already? The bummer.
That's a good one.
You're a big girl, you'll get over it. Besides, we're gonna meet up again once we breach through the barrier. Nothing prevents us from teaming up in front of the common enemy, no? Ah, now you want my help? You shall know that my aid comes with a price. Maybe then. Oh, you really want me to say it loud? Don't get any weird ideas. Let's see.
What?
Huh? What are you talking about? Nothing that should be discussed right now. Alright, it's time to go. Be careful, Andra. You do. As I said before, get the fire, you do. Let's see. Wheel of Fortune. Change chance and fate are always in the way. Chance to fight the normal event is increased by 20. Base chance to find Arcana events 5% higher. Traps can be evaded more easily. Oh, nice. Word of Punishment. If you want to unlock powerful boons back in the hub, you'll need Dark Bones. You can earn them by fighting enemies and completing battle missions. However, the best way to gather them is choosing a Word of Punishment at the beginning of the depth. If you manage to complete the dungeon with the active effect, you will gain a lot more Dark Bones. Add 3 hex cards in the deck. Base chance to fight Arcana 5% higher. Pandora cannot get more than 2 deity. You can gain more than 1 buff per round. Huh. I think I'm gonna grab this one.
1 hour later.
No! That run was going so well. Leave the dungeon. By the blood of Vestal, here people can be saved. It is their duty to remember the fallen heroines, a privilege to witness their ascension to divine splendor. Fuck. Yeah, we died. That was bad. And now there is an optional story scene in the quarters. By the way, do we keep anything? No. Ah, these soft comedy squares are really the best thing ever. Did you say they're called? Pilums? Pillows, yes. You have never seen one before? Nope. I used to lay on the bare ground. Do you think that merchant girl can sell us more? I mean, we could make a whole fort out of them, I think.
What?
How about we invest our money in something that is actually useful for our mission instead? I guess you're right. Ah well, one is better than none.
So?
I suppose you didn't have much back in your village. Oh, I had plenty of silence. People were scared, so they avoided me as much as they could. Limotis is difficult to explain to others. Or to accept at all. You know, I was so surprised when they asked me to join this mission. I was so excited. For 2 whole days I couldn't stop screaming. I can imagine it. What about you, Magni? It seems that you are quite well known in our lands. That's one way to put it, but I guess infamous is the actual right word. What do you mean? Listen, I don't care where you two come from or what kind of outsiders you used to be. We're here to save our people. Anything else doesn't matter.
Right.
I agree. Perhaps some other time, Isana. By the way, the previous run was pretty difficult with the cursed cards and all, but I think it was doable. I just did some mistakes there. I should have healed my caster before we entered. Let's see. Well, at least we don't lose. We can always keep going back. By the way, give me a second. Let me check something here. Two thirst and 2 armor for 2 hexes. Huh. Yeah, let's go like that. Which skill should we use here? Hmm. Yeah, we barely use this one. Hmm. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's go like this. By the way, on equipment here. Okay, we got the potions. Fresh supplies. Max difficulty, and now let's go fast. Now let's rest. Mm, oh, it is pretty good. Okay, I think we're ready to keep going now. Oh, there is an extra fight there.
I've had worse.
There's one skill. Okay, that's easy.
Strike
This
true
bastard.
my blades!
I can't. But you want to.
Okay, one enemy down. Now let's see.
For the Vestal, for Ashram!
Salvation by my hand!
We have to save them. And we will.
Okay, now this fucker will get the buff. Come on.
You're already dead.
Really? This is the first time I've got to have a swift card here. The hell? Fuck is this hunt here, really? Now what can I do here?
This smells so sweet.
Okay, nothing spectacular here. Now, should I go for extra damage? Let's see here. Yeah, let's go like this.
Not on my watch.
Okay, that was decent damage.
Don't hold back, Shauna.
What? Scared to face an ashram warrior?
Okay. Okay, well, that was messy, but draw 2 hero cards from the deck, they cost 1 less this round. Gain 2 armor and heal 2 HP. Hmm. Oh, let's go like that. Yeah, we cannot rest again. Let's go for the fight. Okay, now all the enemies inflict bleeding each turn. Each enemy starts battle with blessing 2. Okay, let's see here. Which one shall we choose? I'm scared of criticals. Blessing 2. That gives them some extra damage. Yeah, this will make it extra. Yeah, fuck it. I'm not gonna get anything because everyone now is making me bleed here. Let's go normal and let's go fast.
But you.
One eternity later.
Is this the best you can do?
Yeah, I should have used it with that order.
Forward!
Now let's see, let's think here.
I will not yield!
Oh, nice. Okay, thank you. Now let's go heal. Mm. Oh, what is that? Deal 5 damage, inflict one random debuff. For damage, deal 1 extra damage for every point of armor yourself. Remove all armor. Huh. Oh, let's go like this. Why are her eyes closed? Is he dying? No, likely he's just sleeping. Sleeping? What's that? Something Vestals do to recover the strength, as common people do not need it, nor can experience it. What? No one sleeps in this universe?
I see.
That's neat, but isn't she invulnerable now? That's one of the reasons why we're here. We guard her, making sure she is safe. You know, she looks kinda cute right now. Think? Don't know about cute, but she's certainly quieter. Have you ever heard Have you known each other for long? Sort of. We've met a few times during her training. I was usually just a glorified punching bag. If I can withstand so much hardship, it is no small part thing to her. I see. Was she always like this? I mean, not the holy parts. She isn't the kindest person in the world. She's rude to everyone except Lyra. Well, I cannot fully blame her. She bears the hope of our people on her shoulders. Day after day, she had to train harder and longer than anyone. No one was allowed near her for any other reason. That probably has not helped on the manner side. But she has become Asram's finest. And that's the best we could ask for her. Okay. Are we going deeper now?
The
Oh.
stench of massacre foregoes you, Thunder Blessed. I've heard them, you know. All these souls lost to your mindless butchering. I've heard every single one of their anguished cries. You rip them away from their serene repose, tossing them into oblivion without a second thought. You tore away their second chance, all just for your selfish vainglory.
There's no such thing as a second life. What is dead will never live again.
Yield, Harbinger. Your heaven is nothing but immoral.
Is the blood on your hands proof of your deity's virtue, then? I have met God, a true God, and her grace is far above any other.
Okay, let's go. I wish there was more voice acting. Anyway, such a higher grace, if all that she can create is just pitiful mockery of life.
I beg your pardon.
Tell us our paradise is a sin against death. Then, your miserable earthly existence is a crime against life.
Curses!
Your thirst for war brought forth a desolation drought and cold peace. You ask me to yield. My answer is only one. No. You can barely stand, and yet you think you can stop us? The time for useless plundering is over. There is no gain in talking to a beast. That's right, we both know it, don't we? You cannot calm a beast after it has tasted blood. Please, Sigurd, don't. I beg you one last time, my knight. Let them come to me. There is no more need for you to fight. I will take it upon my hands to show them what good we have done. You will stand by me if you are gone. Please, do not leave me. I will not allow them to get any closer to you. This is my duty and vow. Here before my fallen brethren is where I stand.
No!
Please, sir, if we fail, our people will die. So will mine. Okay, yeah, this guy really reminds me the knight and the maiden on Demon Souls.
Only your blood will grant us peace.
Okay, he's cool.
We have to save them! And we
When
will.
facing a boss battle, all your characters will return to full HP. Oh, so I rest for nothing, okay. With all active buffs, the debuffs will be reset. Oh, so I could have just removed cards from my deck instead of resting. Oh well. Boss battles are different from normal ones. Each boss has 3 HP bars, so prepare for a long fight. On their first attack per every round, bosses will gain a charge point. When the special counter under their HP bar is full charge, they will unleash a devastating attack on their first available turn, so plan accordingly. Yeah. Whenever 2 cards with the same gem color are played, in the same turn, Sigurd will deal 3 damage and inflict bleeding 2 to the character who performed the action. 2 cards with the same gem, okay. Damage dealt to Inner Shadow will also deal to Sigurd. When Inner Shadow is killed, the party gets afflicted with bleeding. Oh, fuck my life.
Later that same evening.
Why he didn't counterattack there? Okay, and now we're dead. Oh, we can retry the fight. Okay, that's good.
Only your blood will grant us peace.
I think it's better to kill the Shadow.
Don't hold back, Shauna.
Salvation by my hands! I will not yield!
Try to leave a dent.
Those fucking bleeding attacks.
Oh, sweet.
Get behind me.
Is this the best you can do? Onward, Thunderborns!
I can't. But you want to.
My sin is my strength.
We have to save them. And we will.
For the Vestal, for Ashram!
Is this the best you can do?
I will protect this dream of ours!
Come on, let me get you the whole combo bits.
This smells so sweet.
Okay.
You're already dead.
God, seriously? Oh my fucking god, seriously?
Not on
Can I
my
restart?
watch.
Oh my god. By the way, can I save here?
Don't hold back, Shauna. I can't. But you want to.
Yeah, day.
Get behind me.
We have to save them. And we will.
I will protect this dream of ours!
Do I look merciful to you? Try to leave a dent.
Don't hold back, Shauna.
No.
This smells so sweet.
Let's go, Sana.
I can't. But you want to.
Let's go.
This smells so sweet. We have to save them. And we will.
Can I kill him this turn? Well, look at that, Sana actually did it. Nice. Okay, I didn't expect that. I'll ask you just one last time. Give up and surrender. I cannot allow you to take one more step. Or if I fall here. If I fall here, my goddess. That's enough. Even when the others have long fallen, you kept on carrying the sorrow. My sorrow.
And now, it's time for you to rest.
If I fade, everything you created will do. I cannot yield.
You have withstood far more than one could ever demand. I am so grateful for the brief peace you gifted me.
I deserve none of your praise. I failed to make them see reason. The weight you were willing to carry for them. What you sacrificed for their sake. They will never be able to understand.
Hush now. In time, they will. There is no blame upon your shoulders. Go. Join your brothers and sisters and be free.
I've always been free. Here. In our garden. In our paradise.
Oh, the other guys behind are from the other group.
Eris, don't let me.
My foolish, loyal hero. Now, it's my turn to protect this dearest dream of ours. Good night, Sigurd.
Victory is ours. And why is it all Peter? Wait, those bodies over there. Aren't those the Guardians of Sendia?
What?
Oh, what can this be? If they're here, if they're... Where's Lyra? I don't see her anywhere. They probably gave her life in order to create an escape way for her. A notable way to die.
Damn you!
Lyra is completely alone in this damn hell. You expecting to care about some corpse honor? Move now, we have to find her. You're bleeding. I understand your concern, ever chosen. Yet I beg you not to forget what your duty is. What are we fighting for? Our people's survival or... We will not be able to look for her anyway. In our conditions, I think.
Right.
I agree. Throwing ourselves into the enemy lair right after such tough battles unwise. Yet before that, we have to deal with their bodies. Whoever dies here, in the betrayer's Naraka, will soon enroll into her ranks. Can we do something about it? The way will be giving them a proper burial on the surface. They're already tainted corpses. Bringing them back to the cathedral will be inconceivable transgression. So, what do we do? You uneasily glance towards the corpses. What we will do? Bury them? Yeah, bury them. We're gonna take them back and give them proper burial. Are you sure, Ever Chosen? The crit is not going to overlook this easily. I'll deal with that. And besides, it's not like we need any more souls to join her damn army. Army, sorry. That's right, I think. Let's go. The sooner we're done, the sooner we can go back here too. My god, look at that, we actually finally complete this mission. It is known that many have heard the call of Naraka. Some sages in Sindamiyama have claimed a voice was whispering in their ear. Okay, now let's see what we do unlock. More story? The Holy Gestalt of Asram has returned.
Foolish.
What? What have you done? The Guardians of Sendia fell performing their sacred duty. Victory is near, Holy Herald. We vanquish Zingur. Letting two skillful warriors like them into their troops would have been reckless. Or so we thought. You brought two impure guardians onto this most hallowed ground. This deed will not be overlooked this time.
I see.
I'm aware of that, most revered. So... So... If the guardians are dead, what about the Gestalt of Sendia? She's nowhere to be found. Okay. Science is dead already. Disappointing. I wanted to see the sacred duel right in front of my eyes. Gee, I knew it. You're just another bunch of good-for-nothings. Whatever. What about the damn witch? Is he dead yet? Not yet, everlasting Redeemer. Slaying the last of their guardians shall grant us the chance to get here once and for all. Good. This is what I wanted to hear. Go back there and execute that sleazy pretender. This is your god's will. Oh, we'll go to some cool cards. Deal 13 damage, lose 4 HP. Hurts. For damage, add 1 extra damage for every card gouts during this battle. Okay, plenty of materials. You discovered Memory of Eris. You recovered 3 HP every time you gain a debuff. 1 point. And you've reached the end of the demo version. You can save the game and continue your adventure in the full version of the game, available now on Steam. Nice. Now let's see, what do we got here? Oh, this will have been really useful if we had it before. Nice. Well, I guess we can buy items, craft some things. Yeah, but as you saw, this is the end of the demo. Overall, this is a really good roguelite deck building game with RPG elements. Really heavy on the story, as you saw there. There is some voice acting. Yeah, unfortunately, not all dialogues are voice acted, but still, this is pretty good. It has nice atmosphere. It's on a grim, dying world, and I'm pretty sure there will be a lot of twists and turns of the story. But yeah, this is a pretty good game for those that like the deck building roguelite games. Cool art design, nice music. Yeah, and the story seems interesting. I think it's a pretty good game. Go check it out. This is out on Steam at the moment, and I'm not sure if it will be released on anything else later on. Yeah, that was the demo of Sutter Haven. Yeah, that was pretty good.